Hello, time to grow some beetroot indoors. I've done this before, but I've always germinated my beetroot seeds on damp tissue. Check this out. This time I'm going to use coir. It's my intention to grow the beetroot on until the weather warms up, then transfer them to their outside growing station. The coir has been thoroughly wetted, so let's get started. These are the beetroot we're going with this year. It's a variety called Red Titan. Red Titan is an F1 variety. This packet's already open. It's already open because I grew these last year. But it was a disaster. What I had on my hands was a disaster. Let me just put some of these on this coaster. And I'll tell you why it was a disaster. Hold on, this could go everywhere. Right, that's what's left in the packet. It was a disaster last year because I actually germinated these seeds on tissue. There may be a screen grab in this video. You may have already seen that. I germinated them on tissue, I took them outdoors and I planted them in a raised bed as small seedlings, but what I didn't do was protect them. And what did I need to protect them from? The birds. So the sparrows that like to come and sit on my fence eat the lot. Eat the lot. Can you see it? I don't know whether you can. Hanging on the bottom. Put that one there. Let me just bring this in a bit closer. I don't know if this gets closer to the camera or not. Right, yeah. So, I don't know whether this is a good beetroot or not. It's certainly germinated okay. You know, I've got plenty of small beetroot seedlings from it. And I got them successfully transferred into the garden because I can recall seeing them a number of days later and they all looked as though they were thriving. And then a few days later when the sparrows clocked them, it was good night Vienna for the beetroot. So I didn't get any. And I think I left it too late in the year to actually try and go with some more beetroot. So that was the end of that. So this year I'm hoping that I'll get good germination here, that I'll be able to tease them out of this coir and I'll be able to transfer them into a raised bed And there may be some of these actually destined for those 10-inch ex-cut flower water buckets. You can definitely grow beetroot in buckets, definitely. I mean, I've got videos all over the channel showing me harvesting beetroot from buckets. You can definitely do it. So if you're strapped for space, don't let it be an issue. Get yourself some small buckets or small pots and plant yourself some beetroot. And what I would advise is that you manage your expectations, right? So depending on how big your bucket or pot is, someone doesn't want to leave go. Depending on how big your bucket or pot is, that's how many beetroot you should be putting in there. Try and visualise. I mean, if you were to visualise these beetroot getting as big as a tennis ball, say, how many would you reasonably expect to be able to grow in a small bucket, tennis ball size? And then you might say, yeah, well, I might take them early. So we're talking golf ball size. So how many beetroot do you think you could grow in a small bucket that are golf ball size? And that's how many to go for. And it's always the case that you probably won't get 100% germination. So you know what I mean? If you put 20 or 30 in there, that's not to say you're going to get 20 or 30 germinations. That's not going to happen. I'll tell you what, I don't like the look of that one. I'm going to take that one out. I'm going to put that one in its place. I don't know, it just looks black. How's that? That didn't take long, did it? Matchstick, bottle top, drop of water. Come on, you can do this. And this is on your kitchen table at home. This isn't in the garden. This is not down the allotment. I mean, let's face it, if you're down the allotment, you're not going to be doing this. I don't think. Because it's too much work. But if you're doing it at home, you know, if you're going to pop these out in the garden, if you're going to grow yourself a few of these in a bucket, you might want to give this a go. It isn't difficult. You just saw me do it. And I got some good results last year in terms of germination, and I did get them transplanted, but as I've already said, the spanners took them. So that's a lesson learned, isn't it? That's a lesson learned. Right. Now I did tell you that this coir was already well moistened, so I'm not looking to water those. And oh, and by the way, when these do get a bit bigger, and you do need to give them a drink, very sparingly, use a spray. Don't be going heavy-handed over them, you just wash them out. A light spray will do. These are now going to stand on a windowsill in a warm room and they'll germinate, and there'll be some light. They don't necessarily need to be on a windowsill because there are no shoots. They don't need light at the moment. But a week or two down the line they will. Now I think these guys normally take 14 to 21 days to germinate. We'll be taking a look at these in about a week's time. What I don't want to be doing is popping my head over this container of beetroot and frightening the beetroot, looking at them every 5 minutes. It takes longer. It takes longer than 5 minutes, I can tell you, for seeds to germinate. It's not minutes, it's not hours, it's not days, it's weeks. There's probably no need to look at these for at least another week, and that'll be my plan. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, a like would be nice. If you want to share this video with friends or family, there is a share button below the video, just above the text, and that will get you onto all kinds of social media platforms. And if you're on, say, WhatsApp, Twitter, Facebook, you know, all those social media channels, if you're on any of those, you can share this video if that's what you want to do, if you feel someone else might get benefit from it. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed the video. These are our spares. Get in there. This is our space. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. And we'll see you a week or two down the line when we take another look at these. Okay, so this is Homegrown Veg, signing out.